Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Right Is My Name. And, honestly, I really feel like I gotta say this. Why living in America is impossible in 2025. You know what's really wild? Everybody keeps saying, it's always been hard to make it in America. You just gotta work harder. But the truth is, no. It's not just always been this way. It's gotten way harder. And not just a little, a lot. We are living in one of the most expensive times in modern American history. And it's not just California. Though, trust me, if you live here, you feel it the worst. Rent is extremely sky high. Groceries, sky high. Utilities, sky high. Insurance, if you're able to find it, sky high. They tell us inflation slowed things down. But I'm still staring at $7 a gallon of milk like it's a luxury item. A pack of eggs is creeping towards what a whole cart of groceries used to cost for our parents. And here, the insult. They're telling us it's our fault. You just need to work harder. Pick another job. Stop being lazy. Lazy? I'm watching people work 2 or 3 jobs just to barely scrape by. And they still can't afford basic stability, let alone a dream. Meanwhile, the people at the top, they keep stacking their plates and they're eating until they're full while telling you to just be grateful for the crumbs. Here's the part they never talk about. Let's go back to the 70s, the early 80s. The average single-family home in America was around $25,000 to $50,000. That's it. And we're not talking about some shack in the woods. We're talking about an actual neighborhood, yards, driveways, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom houses, 2-3 bathrooms. And if you wanted something bigger, a large estate, what would people call a mansion? With a massive yard, multiple bedrooms, spacious for guests, maybe a pool, you would have been paying around 40 to 80 grand in the 60s through the early 80s. And that's not a typo. That's what they were paying. And here's the kicker. They weren't taking on 30-year mortgages stacked with insane interest rates to get back, to get it. Many bought outright or had payments so small they could pay them off in under a decade. And trust, I know y'all not ready for this one. There was a Kmart catalog era. Some folks literally bought their houses straight out of a Kmart or Sears catalog. I'm not joking. Look it up. You finna see it for your own eyes and you'll be like, what the heck? Heck, you see them every time you go into LA. You could flip through the pages, pick a model, send in the money, and they ship the entire house to you in pieces. And all you have to do is build it. And those houses are literally still standing today. Solid wood, real craftsmanship, no paper thin drywall in corners, no cut corners. Everything was built. So we see so many modern homes. The way it was built, it was just supposed to be of the best. So here's what changed. Wages have barely moved in 40 years. The cost of living has exploded. Corporate greed has multiplied and manipulated its employees. Land and housing have been turned into speculative investment games for the ultra rich. In the 1980s, the federal minimum wage was $3.10 an hour. But the cost of a home was around 4 to 5 times your annual income. Now, the average home is 8 to 10 times your annual income. And that's not just how it is. That's a system being engineered to keep ownership, wealth out of your reach. The illusion of the American dreams. Our parents and grandparents could graduate high school, get a decent job, buy a home in their 20s, raise a family on a single income, take vacation, retire with a pension, and have so much fun. Now, people my age and younger, people are drowning in debt before they even hit 25. You got couples in their 30s splitting rent on a one-bedroom apartment, praying their car doesn't break down because they don't have an extra $500 in savings. And the media still has the audacity to run headlines saying millennials and Gen Z aren't buying homes because they're spending too much on lattes. Like, lattes? My generation isn't buying homes because the homes that were $40,000 in the 80s are now $400,000 to $800,000 now. Wages have barely doubled, not multiplied by 10. The generational divide is real. The older generations say, well, I worked hard for what I have. I'm not saying they didn't work, but the field they played on was not the same field we're on today. In the 70s, you could work at a grocery store, factory, post office, and buy a house within 1 to 2 years, maybe 3 years. One income could raise an entire family, pay for college tuition. That's how low it was. You can literally pay for it with a summer job, your college tuition. In the 2020s, you can work full time and still qualify for food stamps. 2 incomes often still aren't enough to own a home. College tuition is so high, you could buy a house in the 70s for the price of a 4-year degree today. And yet, let me actually elaborate more. Depending on the school you go to, that one semester that you would be paying, you could have gotten a house in the 60s or the 70s with it. And yet, they still tell you just to work harder. The same people who buy 5-bedroom houses for $60,000 are telling you that you're entitled because you don't want to spend 70% of your income on rent. Here's the truth. The game changed. They didn't tell you. They told you to run the same race, but they moved the finish line 10 miles further and raised the ticket prices to get in. But here's where I'm at. You can't just sit around waiting for it to get fair. It's not going to. You have to play the game, but smarter than they expected or anticipated. You learn the rules. You build multiple streams of income. You network, and you network with people who are where you want to be. You cut out the noise. You stop wasting your time. You make every move with intention, all calculated. And when you win, when you buy that house, when you build that business, when you create that stability, you remember exactly how hard it was. And you pass that knowledge down to the next generation so that way they don't have to start from zero. Because if they built their lives off of $25,000 houses and catalog homes, then damn it, we can build ours off of grit, strategy, and refusing to quit, no matter how expensive the ticket gets. So here's my message, and I'm And I'm saying it to every working person out there. Stop letting them shame you into silence. Stop letting them convince you this is normal. Stop swallowing the lie that you're bad with money, when the truth is, the game is broken and shit is just too damn expensive. We need the wake up. We need to pay attention and actually talk about it. Because if we stay quiet, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to change in our favor. It's only going to get worse. So, think about it. Put it down in the comments below. How do you think we can possibly have a change in this country if our income isn't matching up to what we're supposed to be making for today's economy? Some places want you to make 5 times the rent, 6 times the rent. Some places want you to make 3 times the rent. Regardless, how are you supposed to make 2, 3, 4 times the rent when the rent is $3,000-$4,000, $2,800, $3,000 for a single 1-bedroom or a studio here in California? Even in the hood, a studio is still gonna cost you $2,500, and that's not including your car note if you have one, your insurance. That's not including bills. That's not including food. That's not including your children. How are we supposed to make it with this? But you know what? All we can do is just try. All we can do is literally try. Put it down in the comments below. I'm trying. And really step on that. I'm proud of you. Keep trying. Don't let it stop. If nobody's told you, I'm gonna let you know. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, sis. I'm proud that you get up every day and keep pushing forward. I'm proud of you that every day, even though life is hard, shit keeps getting thrown at you, you keep pushing forward, 1 foot in front of another. Step by step, you are literally making it to your destination, to your goal. All you have to do is dream big. Use your brain. Follow your heart. Yes, we aren't born with a manuscript and a manual on what route we need to take and stuff. Pray. Ask God to guide you. You don't have to stay lost. All we got to do is stay grounded, stay faithful to ourselves and to God. All we got to do is keep marching forward. That's all you got to do. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Real talk. Believe that you can do it. Whatever it is, whether you're fixing cars, you're a lawyer, a doctor, a police officer, a firefighter, a warehouse worker, you are out here waking up every day, putting in that work to provide for yourself, provide for your children, provide for your family, to keep clothes on your back, to keep food in your stomach, to keep a roof over your head, and to keep gas and wheels in your car and on your feet. You got this. Celebrate the small wins, because I promise you, they turn into big wins. They turn into big gains. You ever started doing yard work and you noticed that there was a rock in your yard and you keep digging around it, trying to get it out, and next thing you know, it's a huge giant boulder? But when you first looked at it, it was nothing but a little itty bitty rock. It looked like it was nothing but 2-3 inches across, something that you could kick and just get on. But the deeper that you dug, you realized it was a lot more bigger than what you thought it was, than what you anticipated. That's nothing but God right there. What you're looking at is just the surface. Dig deep and look deeper within, and I promise you, you might find out that you got an entire mountain within you that you literally just had buried. Believe in yourself, because you got this. If this breakdown hit you hard, I want to hear it from you directly. Drop a comment. What's the hardest part about making it in America today? And also add, what else do you think we can do to try to make our society better? Share this video with someone who needs to understand the reality, because knowledge is power, and power shapes the future. We have to really do it better, y'all, because our children are counting on us. The next generation is truly counting on us. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification so you don't miss any next deep dives into the forces that is making life harder and what you can do to fight back. I'm Justin Wright, and this is Wright is my name. Stay informed, stay dangerous, and most importantly, stay focused and stay safe. I love y'all. Stay safe out there, and peace.